Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about plecking. Should you do it? What's involved? Is it worth it? What are my thoughts after having my guitar plecked? This guitar is a BC Rich, obviously. When I bought it, I didn't have the case originally. I ordered the case after sending this off to get plecked because I didn't really want to fool with the shipping back and forth in the cardboard box. I'd already shipped it there in the cardboard box. I was stressed out. I was like, man, I'm going to spend $300 on the case. So it's a $300 case. It's a TKO case. Nothing to do with plecking anyway. Just wanted to point that out. So if you haven't seen my stealth video, I'll put a link in the description. There were some things about the guitar I wasn't happy with. High frets, the metal wasn't machined properly on one of the tuners, a couple different things like that. So I contacted Sweetwater, and they were willing to send me another guitar, but it was going to be a couple weeks. So I was like, man, if we do that, the other one might come in with issues too. So we'll be back in the same boat again. What can we do? And so they said, well, we can pleck it. You know, we'll set it up to your liking, your string gauge, your tuning, all that stuff. We'll cover the shipping. Just send it to us. So I didn't spend shipping. I didn't pay for plecking. I didn't pay for the setup. I didn't pay for the shipping back. So Sweetwater really did take care of me. If you're looking to buy a guitar, maybe go Sweetwater route if you haven't before, because there's some other guys that aren't going to do that for you. Anyway, let's take a look at this guitar. Now for $300, at least you do get a form-fit case instead of just some block case inside. It's pretty cool. Now we're gonna do some sound samples here in a little bit. What are the biggest differences I noticed about this guitar when I got it back? The action is a little lower. Bends after the 12th fret, super smooth. There's no snagging. It just feels smooth. Fret ends were dressed nice. Polished frets, the nut. So, okay, if you don't know anything about plecking, I know very little about it, but apparently the machine will read your nut, cut the nut accordingly, reads all your frets. It also reads, it reads your tension, all that first, your setup first. Anyway, it takes care of your nut, takes care of your frets, and then your tech's gonna go behind, polish the frets, crown the frets, whatever the machine misses, puts your strings on it, and it does all that with the proper tension from your strings on it, so it's not like there's no tension on the neck. It does all this work. They put the strings on, and then it's all out of whack again. No, it's all done with the strings on, which is really cool. It plays amazingly now. Nothing to do with the pleck, but bridge ain't really my favorite. I'm gonna switch to a wraparound, but the neck feels great. So if you have a guitar that maybe doesn't play the best, you just don't like the way it feels, the action, rough fret edges, there's dents in the fret because you've been playing it for a long time, maybe consider doing it, because it's really gonna make, it's night and day difference how this neck feels. There's more sustain, everything. More comfortable to play. Hell, if you're gonna buy a cheap guitar from Sweetwater, maybe get you a $300-400 guitar, do a pleck job for another $299. Next thing you know, you got a guitar better than a lot of $1,000 guitars out there. So definitely, I'd say it's worth it if you're curious about it. Give it a shot. I mean, it's only $300. I hate to say it like that, but $300 for playability to make you really happy with your instrument, make you play it every day, is not a lot of money. You're gonna spend that on more. You're gonna spend more on that than on a lot of pedals. So definitely, I would say consider it. I would say consider going to Sweetwater just because of how well they took care of me on this thing. Yeah, quick sound sample. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, so here we go. We have a pretty high gain tone. We're gonna do some little lead stuff with delays and reverb. For amp tones, we're not even using an amp. We're using a 2-notes Opus. Great piece of kit for $300. Video on that coming soon. If you're thinking about getting one, probably do it, man. It's pretty badass. Okay, the SD1 overdrive is turned off. The delay is turned off. This is just the Opus by itself. It's kind of like their Marshall type amp. I'd have two noise gates on. I have the noise gate on the board. I have the noise gate on the board and the noise gate on inside Opus because I have a noisy environment. But I'll still try to demonstrate the sustain. You hear it choking off at the end because I have the noise gate pretty high. Let me back the noise gate down. Now let's try the sustain one more time. It wasn't a sustain like that before. We got the SD1 back on for some riffing now. The other cool thing about the plecking is the tension across the neck, across the strings, it's very uniform. It's not like one string is super sloppy and another one is super tight, another one's super low, and another one's like super high. Everything is uniform. So, like I said earlier, yeah, get plecked. Maybe it should be a shirt. Got pleck. Too fast. At this point in time, I'm just jamming, just riffing because I'm enjoying the guitar. I do want to get that bridge swapped, so if you're looking at a quad bridge, maybe consider the fact that this ridge right here at the back, it's kind of a pain in the ass. It kind of sits right where your hand needs to sit. So that's not a problem with the pleck. Not even a problem with the guitar. It's just a different type of bridge. The legacy bitch that I have has a regular wraparound Tone Pros. I'll probably put that on here, just because it's so much more comfortable to play. And there's that bending I was talking about. It's so smooth to do. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.